There you go, bud.
Yeah. Can I get it? Woo! It's Wawa West.
Okay. Getting back to you. Catch him another day. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, I want to say Merry Christmas. Second of all, I want to say thank you for stopping by, taking time away from your family during this holiday to come hang out with us for a little bit. I want to talk to you guys about what is the best solo/tandem kayak setup. Now, there's many kayaks out there in the market that I may not be aware of, not really your mainstream kayaks, but all the ones that I do know of. The Crescent Crew, I know people that run that solo, and that's all they do, but that's made for tandem. The new Bonafide XTR is set up for solo, but could be tandem. And then the NewCanoe Unlimited is the same thing, set up for solo, but can run tandem, and also a buddy seat in the middle, so you really can run 3 on the Unlimited if you'd want to. But you gotta look at it this way. The Crescent Crew has fixed seating areas. If the person in the front is heavier than the person in the back, you may have a kayak that's going to do this, and vice versa. The XTR, you have an elevated platform where you can remove the hatch and add a second seat up there. So you have one person down here and one person up here. But that is almost the same scenario because this is fixed up here. You don't have much track, and you have track down here at the bottom on the XTR, which I'm sure they took that idea from the NewCanoe. So you can move this seat around a bit, but if you're using foot control steering, you may not have that much adjustability to it. Now, the NewCanoe Unlimited, everything is on track. It's all at the same level, and that's why I prefer the NewCanoe Unlimited, and that's why I run the Unlimited myself for a solo setup and also a tandem setup, is because it's all on a track. You're all on the same plane. You're going to see here shortly, when me and my son going out fishing, we are on the Unlimited. I just purchased this as a second kayak because I just donated the U10, so I wasn't sure when I was going to be able to get another kayak, but when I did donate that U10 and before I got rid of it, I said that when I get another NewCanoe, I'm going to get the Unlimited just to have a little bit more room than the U10, even though I was fine on the U10 with my son, but with the motor, I want to have a little bit more room for my foot control steering and all that, which we do have on this, and I'm going to get into that a little bit here shortly too when we go to the actual kayak, and I want to show you a quick little advantage also as well for the NewCanoe. But we're all on the same level. This will be our first trip out on the new Unlimited with me and my son, but I think I have the seats where they need to be. But if we're out in that water, we're able to literally move the seat while we're on the kayak. You got 4 thumb screws underneath you, which you'll see here shortly, that you can just loosen up and you can just slide back, or you can scoot yourself forward, tighten down those thumb screws, and we can balance that weight out a little bit. You know, right now with the Torqeedo that I'm going to have on it and myself, we're probably going to be a little back heavy, but I do have my son forward most of the way, but there's still probably about this much more room that we can push him forward. So we're going to make those micro adjustments when we're on the water, and I'm going to kind of probably mark the track where I find it best. Now, as my son gets older, we're going to have to move him back or, you know, whatever, move forward a little bit more, etc. So that's why I think the NewCanoe is the best solo tandem conversion kayak, because everything is on the track. It's easily adjustable to shift that weight around. We're not taking things apart to add an additional seat. We're not at a fixed seat area. Now, the other kayaks, not saying they're bad tandem setups, but there's not that much adjustability to the other ones. The only one that has a little bit of adjustability is the XTR, because that bottom seat is on the track, even though the top one is. It's still not much adjustability to it. And at the same time, the XTR is a super heavy kayak. It's 170 pounds fully rigged. Add another seat to it, I'm sure that's about another 20 pounds. You're at 190 pounds. Plus your gear. That kayak you're not going to be wet launching that. I'm sorry. That's the only way you're really going to be able to use that kayak, is really wet launching it. Putting a wheel kit on that, it's doable. But it can get heavy, and when you're going up ramps, XTR to me was just a strictly trailer kayak. The Crescent Crew, it's a lightweight kayak, but once again, you are set where your seats are. The NewCanoe Unlimited is 84 pounds. So I'll take the NewCanoe Unlimited over the XTR. Now this is going to throw a lot of people off who don't know about the XTR, and they look at that and say that thing is huge. The XTR is the same length as the NewCanoe Unlimited, and it's a half an inch less in width. And the NewCanoe Unlimited is 41, so the NewCanoe Unlimited is actually wider. The Crescent Crew is a lot narrower, so it's going to track better and stuff, but the stability ain't going to be as good as the Unlimited and the XTR. We run the NewCanoes, which is what we love. I just think that they are the best all-around solo, tandem, trio kayak out there on the market. We're going to go through the kayak a little bit, how we have it set up before we get on the water, our first initial voyage with it. And if you want to stay along and hang out with us a little bit more, you can watch the fishing at the end of this too. Let's get on with it, guys. So I apologize if you get some wind in the video, but this is what I was talking about before. So we have just 4 thumb screws on these chairs. So when you're on the water, you can just loosen those thumb screws up and move the seats around on this track, so you can distribute the weight very easily with the NewCanoe Unlimited, being that this track is all at the same level. And one other good thing about the NewCanoe Unlimited is that as my son gets older here, this is going to be his primary solo kayak. So all I got to do is take this here, you get a longer cable, you get the 8-foot cable, and that moves the pedal up, and then you just move the seat up, and it'll be set up for a solo kayak for my son. So it makes a great adjustable solo tandem kayak being on the NewCanoe Unlimited, and you can just set it up as a solo and leave it that way, and it's nice. And also one other thing, you know, with just using this with just a paddle, when I don't want to have the motor on here, all I got to do is remove that foot control steering and the cable, which is a quick release, and I could take this whole assembly off with 2 thumb screws, and I don't have that whole, you know, setup in my way, and also the pulley system that you have for the adapter for the tandem. Everything is on here with thumb screws, so I can remove these thumb screws and just get rid of all this other stuff on the kayak and just take this out with just a paddle, whether it's for myself or with my son. There'll be a lot of trips that I'll be taking this out here at this local lake when I just want to paddle and not bring the motor and stuff, and just kind of chill out for the day and go as light as possible. So it makes a very nice, easy setup to be able to go between solo and tandem, and it's lightweight and it's small enough at 12'6" that's still easy and manageable to throw in the back of your truck. So let's get on to some fishing. My son's going to be here shortly, and we're going to get out here on the water. So if you guys, like I said before, if you guys want to stick around, watch some fishing, we're going to go out here and have some fun. It's a little bit of a cold, windy day, but hopefully this warms up here shortly. Well, you just got to pop it like you do with the thing. Just a couple of bops and you'll feel that tug, and you don't know if there's a fish on there, but I'm working in slowly. All right, so we're out here on our maiden voyage, and as being out here the first time, I have noticed that I need to move Jared's seat forward a bit, and I need to move my seat forward a little bit just to get this weight just a little bit more balanced on the kayak. And that's something we can do either here on the fly, or we can do it when we get back to land. We're okay for now. I like to move it forward just a little bit more, but that's just quick adjustments that you can do on the NewCanoe Unlimited when you're set up for tandem. As you can tell with our hats and everything out here, it's kind of chilly this morning, so you can see he can stand up no problem and cast. It's a very stable platform. And another good thing is this platform as well is that this is made for 2 adults, like I was saying before, and also a buddy seat. Like if you didn't have, you know, the foot control here, you can have 2 seats and you can have the buddy seat in the middle, and you just paddle along. It's kind of hard to do the buddy system with the foot control steering, but you can set this up as a paddle 3-passenger, and it works very well. So let's see what we can catch here today, buddy. We'll spend a few hours out here so we don't freeze too bad. It's supposed to warm up here a bit anyway, and as you can see, I'm kind of staying protected out of the wind to keep us a little warmer.
So we stay here for an hour?
No, we'll stay here for a little while until it gets to be too cold for you, then we'll leave. Okay, but we got to catch fish before we get off the water. We're just fishing with the Texas rigged worm today, because the last time I was here on Thanksgiving, the worms were worked the best, so I figured today would be an easy day. Plus Jared's really not ready for treble hooks yet at his age. I just don't want to have any accents. Kind of stick with a single hook setup, either the tickler, good cast buddy, either the tickler or the Texas rig setup when I come out with him. And when he's on his own or he's ready for those treble hooks, we'll be moving on to the crankbaits and you know, some spinner baits and stuff like that, but we've just been sticking with the soft plastics for now. We've been doing good. Like I said, last time I was out here, ran around with the worm and caught all my fish on, so I figured let's go the same way. We've been having some extremely cold temperatures down here lately.
Like it was about to snow.
Yeah, it's cooled the water down substantially, so we got to find them right now. I think they're in a little bit deeper water. We're in shallow water right now just because I know the lake, and we just figured we'd just try here first, but I think we're going to have to go to a little bit deeper water to find them today. But we'll get them. We'll get Jared on some Christmas time fish. Good cast, buddy.
I have more room for it.
Here you go, bud.
Yeah. Can I get it? Woo!
Yeah, hold it tight, bud. Bring it in. He was swimming right at the boat. I knew I had one.
A Wawa.
Come here. All right.
It's a Wawa West.
Okay.
I don't want to hold him.
No.
Is he sharp? His teeth?
Yeah, a little bit. So I knew I had something because he was going right at me.
Before you let him go, can I try to hold him? I just want to see his teeth because I want to try to hold him.
Let's get him back so you catch him another day.
So maybe I catch him now again.
Well, at least we got some fish slime now on the new vessel.
What does that mean?
That means we caught a fish on it. It means the slime. We slimed up the new vessel, the new boat. On our maiden voyage here. All right, guys, well, at least we got one fish on the boat today. We christened the new boat, but you can see how easy it is to come out tandem style on this Unlimited, just like the U10, but the Unlimited gives us a lot more room, gives my son a lot more leg room up front. So it was a better option to purchase the Unlimited over the U10. In my opinion, you know, once again, this is all opinions. I believe that the NewCanoe lineup, to be able to put these seats on tracks and be able to take them on and off very easily, is the best solo to tandem conversion kayak out there in the market over everything else. For all the different things you got to do for these other kayaks, you know, the XTR, you have to take the front hatch off, and then that seat's elevated. The Crescent Crew is a nice tandem slash solo kayak, but those seats once again are fixed position. These we can move back and forth. After we were out here today, I realized I got to move him forward just a little bit more. I'm probably gonna keep my seat where it is and we'll be good to go, but at least we have the ability to also mount here on the front. We got our track packs and everything else. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas, and we will catch you guys soon. And what do you got to say, buddy?
Merry Christmas.
To everybody out there watching this today, enjoy some time with your family, and we will catch you guys very soon. As always, be safe on the water, and we'll catch you on the water. See you soon.